The Grand Valley Auto Sports Desk, sponsored by Grand Valley Auto.
Welcome back once again to the Final Whistle. As always, Garrett Brown here, joining you live from the Grand Valley Sports Desk. I've just divided that this is officially the Sports Desk, specifically between the hours of 9 and 10. Specifically on Saturday, when old Robbie Patla isn't around, it's the Sports Desk. Thank you for joining us, and if you're using this as a break from the chaos of the biggest basketball tournament of the year, you're not going to get much of a breather. We're going to actually circle back to the bracket, although if it's anything like mine, there isn't a lot of circles on it actually and a lot of red ink. But we also have some developments out on the baseball diamond, starting off at Colorado Mesa. For CMU baseball, they've been ruling the RMAC as per usual. Winners of 8 of 9 conference games entering play today after a successful Game 1 of their 4-game set against Colorado Christian. The Mavs look to keep it rolling into their Saturday doubleheader with the Cougars. Well, Game 1, if you ask the Mavs, I'd be willing to wager they would call it a success, with the Maverick offense once again getting into double-digit runs, 11 of those coming unanswered in the 5th and 6th, highlighted by Declan Wiesner, the former JUCO World Series standout at Walter State, who hit a grand slam in this one as the Mavs power their way to the 14-6 victory. Game 2, we're actually going to head out to the Diamond, bottom of the 4th when we join this one. Coach Hanks' Mavs up 5-2 and looking for more after a productive couple of innings. And Wiesner actually would stay hot at the plate in this next clip. He's going to get a hold of one and hit a chopper up the middle with some eyes on it to put a pair of runners on base, and the Mavs are threatening once again. 2 runners on, and Max Valdez would come up shortly after, and he doesn't waste a whole lot of time to bring them home. Splitting the right center gap, that would bring that pair of Maverick runners into score as he makes it on over to second. We have another Maverick rally on our hands as they begin to pull away from the Cougars. Going up 7-2. Mavs get another run here on the board in the same frame with a big lefty, Paul Schoenfeld, coming through with a runner on third. Crushed that ball to center. It did get tracked down, but that offers ample time for another runner to come in to score on the sac fly, 8-2. But the big inning just keeps on going. Cameron Cartwright gets one to go down the left field line. Mavs make it 9-2 after another run scores there. They go on to put 7 on the board in the offensive explosion to go up 12-2. That score holds as the Mavs sweep the doubleheader and win 12-2 in Game 2 on the day. The series finale is set for tomorrow at noon. A couple more results from the baseball field have come across the desk. No one had a better day than the Olathe Pirates, it seems like, who took down center in Game 1 of their doubleheader 14-3, then circled back around for seconds in Game 2 and then some, winning Game 2 25-5. That is a baseball score. I did double check that. Delta and Rifle make it a rough Saturday for Bayfield, with both teams dropping 10 runs on the visitors. We're going to need to get to break here to make some time for the bracket later on, but more baseball on the other side with the Rockies making a surprising decision with opening day less than a week away. We're less than a week away from the Colorado Rockies making their season debut, taking on the Tampa Bay Rays on the road. And with just days to go, the Rockies did receive bad news that projected starter at second base Thairo Estrada is going to be out for a considerable amount of time after breaking his wrist, exacerbating the Rockies' already thin depth in the middle infield, provoking sort of a puzzling move in response by the Rockies to fill that hole. The Rockies are acquiring a top prospect utility player from the Cleveland Guardians, Tyler Freeman, to potentially plug that hole in the middle infield, but here's the catch. In return, the Rockies are sending outfielder Nolan Jones back to Cleveland. Jones was a breakout player for the Rocks just a couple seasons ago and was 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting and was the first ever Rockies rookie to achieve a 2020 season, but did struggle for part of this past season dealing with back and knee injuries. Jones hit just .227 with 3 homers and now returns to the team that initially drafted him in 2016 and was the team's 2nd-ranked prospect headed into the 2019 season. Funny enough, Freeman was ranked Cleveland's 3rd overall prospect that year. Jones made his debut in 2022, but after just 86 at-bats with Cleveland was sent down to AAA and was traded to Denver in the offseason. As for who the Rocks are getting back, Tyler Freeman, who will be 26 in May, has played almost every position in his first 3 big league seasons, although primarily a center fielder and middle infielder. He has at least 1 appearance at every position but catcher and right field, and he has had a stellar spring training statistically. It is worth noting the departure of Jones potentially opens up a spot for Colorado's top prospect Zach Veen in the outfield. In the NHL, the Avs, they're on the right side of a shootout victory with Brock Nelson connecting on the shootout winner in the 4th round, with the Avs recovering from a potentially 4-1 blown lead, and now they are headed home on a high note. While Montreal, they've lost back-to-back games in overtime. Colorado now opens a 4-game homestand, starting with Detroit on Tuesday. All right, when we return, we're going to take a look at our big bracket board that's just to my right here, stage right. That one is still perfect at least. I know mine isn't. Don't go anywhere. All right, it's once again time to turn to this big bracket we have behind me. The first day of the round of 32 is about to wrap up. We actually have a game that's still in progress, depending on when you're watching this. We do have a couple maybe predictable outcomes. It seems like our mic just does not want to play ball with us tonight. All right, let's start up here. We had a number 1 seed potentially on upset watch in the Auburn Tigers. They do escape the Creighton Blue Jays 82-70. They are advancing. Let's take a look and try to find our other 1 seeds. The other 1 seed to play today, Houston, the Cougars, they actually narrowly survived a scare. Gonzaga was within 2 points here with just a couple seconds left on the clock. Houston gets through, though. This is the first time in, I believe, 9 seasons. Gonzaga hasn't made it at least to the Sweet 16. Let's go down here. A popular tournament pick, St. John's, is bowing out as we get the classic coaching rivalry of Rick Pitino versus Calipari. Arkansas and Calipari, as the 10-seed, are actually moving on. They win this one at 75-66. And the score, this one wasn't as close as you may believe. The Razorbacks were in control for most of this game. We have some big games coming up tomorrow, too. The lone Colorado representative in this tournament, Colorado State, they're going to be taking on the 4th seed in their region, Maryland, tomorrow. All right, we got to wrap with the final drive. Don't go anywhere. Well, in case you need something else to follow, Washington Capitals superstar Alex Ovechkin is on the doorstep of the NHL scoring record that many thought was unbreakable. The 39-year-old Ovechkin is closing in on Wayne Gretzky's all-time NHL goal record of 894. The Great One scored his final goal all the way back in 1999. The Great Eight, as many call him, could very well surpass that mark 26 later. His latest coming in Washington's game against the Philadelphia Flyers. So that'll be fun to watch. That'll do it for this week's Final Whistle. Thank you again for watching.